up, guys? Welcome to the Walkthru, another edition of the Walkthru. I'm here with Jake Plummer. I'm Nate Jackson. We watched the Broncos take it to the Cincinnati Bengals, and we saw a lot of improvements from quarterback Bo Nix. Isn't that right, Jake?
Yes, we did. Of course, his first few games were not bad, but we saw some inconsistencies with his feet, as was said on the Monday night broadcast by none other than Troy Aikman, who I feel had some of the best feet, best drops that I've ever seen, so much so that I studied him in college, really emulated what I did with my feet and my rhythm by watching Troy Aikman film. So when you hear one of the greatest say that, obviously it was a point of emphasis, and we saw some great improvement by Bo this week.
Well, before we get into Bo's improvement, what makes feet good? I mean, from a guy like Troy Aikman, what was it about Troy Aikman's feet that were so great?
Well, there's a rhythm in the passing game, because the guys are taking off, getting their depth. Meanwhile, I'm catching the snap. A lot of shotgun run here in Denver country.
But you didn't do a lot of shotgun back then.
No, I was under center a lot. So first and foremost is get away. And so big step getting away from those D linemen. Now, I'm not going to be like this when I'm dropping. The key is to still keep your head up, to be able to see, but then to work and be able to have flexible groin, be able to really reach out of there, turn your shoulders this way, get away from the line, take a crossover, another big one maybe, or smaller, depending on what route coincides with that, and then a quick hitch step and ready to throw the ball. So feet are super important, one, because you're getting away from the pressure, you're getting your depth, you're able to keep your eyes downfield, work the defenders, which we saw Bo do another great job of, that he didn't prior, staring guys down. He kept his eyes downfield, was able to keep balls from getting batted down. But when you take that drop and you get set up, now you're away from the defenders, you're in rhythm, your receivers should have gotten their depth. Yep. Now you can make the delivery. From the gun, a 5-step drop under center changes to a 3-step drop from the gun.
Yeah.
Same with the 7-step drop under center, changes to a 5-step drop under the gun. So there's a rhythm in the passing game we grew up playing, where in this day and age, there's still rhythm. There's 1, 2, 3, but a lot of times they're throwing to gaps, they're throwing to not really so much on rhythm.
Do you think that affects the passing game negatively when you're always in shotgun and the timing isn't as concrete? Because people might not understand this. You're talking about 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drops from under center. My routes as a receiver coincide with the steps you're taking. Yeah. So you're taking a 3-step drop and I'm running a 3 or 4-step slant. So it's coming at me right when I'm coming out of the break. Or if it's a 5-step drop, I'm running a little bit of a deeper route. Yeah. And if it's a 7-step drop, well, it's a even deeper route. How is the timing thrown off, or is it thrown off when you're in shotgun?
Well, it's one, I've got to take my eyes down to catch the ball, so that's hard for a quarterback to take their eyes off the defense. But when they get it, they got to go back up, recognize where the defense is, and then be sure not to get too deep, too. Yeah. Because if I'm getting way deep and I'm 10 yards deep, I'm putting a lot of pressure on my left and right tackle to keep those speedy defensive ends away from me. So you want to make sure you're staying at a decent depth, getting back up into the pocket, and then, there's different routes that make me take a quick 5 or a slow 5.
5 with a hitch.
Or a 5 no hitch, or 5 with the hitch, or a 5 with 2 hitches.
Yeah.
So, there's the with or without Bible was something we had in Arizona with Mark Trestman, who was a disciple of Bill Walsh in the West Coast offense, which was a great introduction for me when I got here to Denver. That's why I picked it up so fast, was the with or without Bible, we called it, because you're either taking with a hitch or without a hitch when you're throwing the ball. And so rhythm is everything, as I obviously need my guys to get their depth on time, but I also can get to that by being slow with my drop or taking a quick hitch and then be ready to go and deliver the ball. Again, not staring my receivers down, but watching the defense, see how they move, then turning and making my throw. So a lot goes into the passing game. It's very detail oriented.
Yeah, and coinciding, like I was saying, with his drop are the steps I'm supposed to take on my routes, but I have to get to a certain depth. If I'm short on that, I come out of the break too soon, I'm ready too early and he's not ready to throw, and then the DB reacts on that and he can pick it off because I came out to the break too early. Conversely, if I come out too late, he's ready to throw and I'm not there yet, it just throws up off the timing. And so it's not just the quarterback in a vacuum running his steps, it's the receivers being on the same page and being in the spot they're supposed to be at that time.
100%. We saw that with Cortland Sutton's route. He widened the defender and he knew when I come out of this, that ball's coming, and sure enough, it was coming. And even the ball wasn't perfectly thrown, but Cortland's a big body. He went up, used his body to get that ball. and there's a trust factor there. There's so much trust. When I let that ball go, you got to know your personnel.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that.
Yes, KYP, we mentioned that in the cold tub.
Know your puppies.
Know your puppies. All sorts of things you can put down for that, but mostly for me was know your personnel. I got to know number 89. Right now, if I'm playing catch with you, I'm putting it right in your body, man. You know, you're a little, you know, I'm not the young Nate I was used to back in the day where, yeah, I could put it up here. And you got hands, you got catch range, they call that, a big catch
radius.
And so there's certain players you really want to be sure to put the ball on them or locate it in certain areas where you tell them, when it hits your left shoulder, don't catch it and turn right. Catch it and go with it, because I'm leading you.
Show me an example of that.
Away from the defender.
Show me an example of that. I'm sitting like, you know, I'm coming here. And
so, yeah, if I'm going to throw you where I want you to go, I'm leading you that way. Most times you want to put it right on the receiver's chin in a catchable spot where they can see it. When I throw it down, which we'll get to in a second, now Nate has the ability to catch. He's got a good catch radius, great hands. Not everybody has great hands.
Right.
Fullbacks, for instance, or running backs, you know, like we saw in the past.
RJ Harvey.
Hendrickson to apply pressure. Haven't called Hendrickson's name tonight. Nicks right through the hands of the rookie running back, Harvey.
There's a chance he scores if he's able to catch this ball.
He was coming here.
So it was high like this, and he didn't have the ball skills to go up and make that play yet. He will work on that. We will see him make that play. What would have been better is to maybe slow him down a little bit as he's running up the seam, just put it on him. So he then can stop or put it in his vision so he doesn't have to jump. Take a little bit off, throw it a little softer, those kind of things. But next is when I let go of the ball, now it's on my receiver. He's got to be the one to do something. So wherever that ball goes, he's going to use his hands to bring it in.
And one of the things that you've seen Troy Franklin do, Troy Franklin, a young receiver, and we've seen him in some moments get caught with his hands in the wrong position. An example of that was Monday night against the Bengals. He put his hands up like this. It went right through his hands.
Yeah.
Here is Franklin, cannot haul it in. He had found a hole in the secondary and Nicks dropped it in.
Your fingertips are not as strong as this, as your thumb and this right here. So if you can, you want to turn your hips and grab it like that. If you turn your body and do this, now going over the shoulder sometimes is necessary. You can't always go like that. And if he drops a dime, you want to keep running and do that. But if I'm coming across the field like that, and you put it, and I try to do that, sometimes it's just gonna go right through my fingers. If you can, you want to turn and size it up.
Yes.
Create this diamond right here and have it hit right in the middle of that diamond.
You know, Rod Smith was probably the greatest at his hands, no matter how they were.
Yeah.
I saw him catch a ball like this. It came in and he found a way to always get 10 digits on that thing, and so sure-handed. Rarely ever, if, you know, I can't even recall dropping the ball, you know, without a defender being on him or something. So that's knowing your personnel, that's trusting your receiver, that's location, but the ball's not always gonna be perfect. And that's where guys step up and make the play for me. Like, that's part of being a team, that's part of trust, that's part of what you do, that's part of why you're here, that's why you didn't get cut, that's why you're being paid.
Yeah.
Make the catch.
A lot of times the quarterback gets praised for a perfect throw. But what they don't see when they see it leave his hand is immediately the receiver begins to adjust to that ball. As soon as it leaves his hand, I am tracking it and I'm gonna meet it in space. And so all you see is the end where it hits me right here and you say, perfect throw. Nah, motherfucker, perfect catch.
Yes. Well, there's also me throwing you friendly.
Right.
Throwing you where I want you to go.
Right.
Throwing you downhill a little bit, but also you running friendly routes.
Yes.
Not being lazy at the top of the route, making sure you come back friendly. We say friendly, it's not like, hi, how you doing? You wanna go for a walk? No, get your ass in front of the defender so that I don't have to answer the question of why did you throw that pick in the fourth quarter? Well, I'm not gonna hang anybody out to dry. I'm not gonna say, well, Franklin drifted upfield. He's supposed to come at 14. Look on the film, he's at 15 and a half. He gives the DB a chance to undercut him. Not my fault.
Here's an example. If I'm coming across the field this way and I got a defender right behind me and Jake throws me the ball, I can't drift up like that. If I drift up like that, it gives the DB a chance to undercut it. I gotta come flat. They say flat, and it means straight along the line of scrimmage.
It's not back towards
even
him.
back towards him, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more like this. If I got a guy I'm here, you know, I'm coming back like
Attack
that.
the ball. What we want is him to attack the ball when he sees it coming. Is don't drift and wait, and that's the tendency, is to drift and wait. And a lot of times you'll see a drop because the guy will turn his head to see who's there and not secure the ball first.
Yeah.
And that's why in practice we've really emphasized guys, especially receivers, 2 hands, secure, then turn your head and go upfield. And it's repetition, it's practice, it's habit, it's repetition, it's practice, it's habit. It's endless, countless numbers of this.
Yeah.
So much so that it's ingrained in your head. Like if you're at home and the wife passes you the ketchup, you grab it, you tuck it, you take off. Like, no, it was for the French fries.
And what some might tell young receivers too, when you catch the ball, don't just like, you know, throw it to me. Don't just like catch it. I tell them, try to pop the ball with your fingers when you catch it. That's how you want to be squeezing it.
Nothing better than seeing a receiver go attack it with their hands. And Mims, I'm watching Mims.
Yeah.
This kid, man, watch out. He's going to continue to just raise up his game this year. He attacks the ball with his hands. And Bo throws a really nice catchable ball, but it's got velocity on it sometimes.
It does.
And I'm watching these guys who catch it with their hands. This lazy letting it get to your body gives the DB a chance. You catch it out here, it's obvious if it's PI, plus you're securing that ball, doing your job, making my job easier.
And then if everyone does their job and it results in a touchdown,
yes,
then it's time to celebrate.
Awesome to see Bo throw that one to Harvey. Similar again, he's running away, he threw a nice little touch ball.
That's a pretty healthy average.
Here's Harvey. All alone, touchdown, Broncos.
He goes down, he throws it down, he's celebrating, woo! And Bo, what I like to watch for in a game is the quarterback. I love to see what they do. All eyes are on them, right? Their body language matters, the way they celebrate matters, the way they act after an interception matters, the way they come off the field when they need their defense to get them the ball back, or they've just driven down and scored the game-winning field goal, what could be, but they need the defense to stop them. Where are you? Are you on the bench sitting there like, I'm the coolest dude, look at me? Or are you up there cheering for your defense saying, let's go, D? Bo is the kind that's gonna be up there cheering for his defense, and I love that. And what he did in the game, a lot of people might not have seen it. He went and got that ball.
He went and got that ball and he gave it to his guy.
He went and got it, took it over to RJ Harvey, and said, good job, kid.
Keep that one.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Let's go get some wings after the game.
That's right. That's right.
But
because it is about being a team. It's not, you know, and look, you could talk about the X's and O's, we can talk about the drop, we can talk about his feet, but there's so much more to winning and being a successful quarterback and leader than the X's and O's.
Yeah, and we break it down to the minutia, that one play. When it's the whole season, it's the story that's being told. It's watching Bo come out and congratulate the guys and come out and grab that ball and give it to RJ. And like those little things are just adding up, and they will matriculate into a good, solid team that's behind their leader.
Yeah.
And where Bo goes, they're going to follow. And I love it because they are on their way to face a tough opponent this week.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to continue to improve, and that's what we've seen.
Yeah, man, it's good to get that win against, you know, an inferior opponent, but they took care of business the way they're supposed to. And it's a lot easier to come out here and do a walkthrough after a win, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And on Monday Night Football, no less, with a lot of people watching.
That's right. And you were on Monday Night Football there, and Troy talked about it. Yeah, I was in the background too. He didn't talk about
Nate was in the background. He forgot to
good.
mention Nate Jackson in the background.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, big week for the Broncos. And Nate, good job on the walkthrough.
Let's break it down. Walkthrough on 3. 1, 2, 3. Walkthrough!